Luckily, no one is still here. One, two, one, two. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 minute 15 seconds to set up. Bit of tweaking, and now all I've got to do is wait for some people to sing some silly songs too, and that may or may not happen. Let's turn on the Ask Ukulele Dad sign. Tune it up, tune it up. Welcome to my live stream. Absolutely no one yet in my live stream, but I am the eternal optimist, so I'll keep doing a live stream every day, even though there's a very strong chance that no one will join me. You've got to keep turning up. That is basically what I see as the answer to success. Right. Enough of that. It's enough of that silliness. A little bit of a practice song. Let's do a practice song. Not that one. I don't like that one. Let's do... I haven't played this for ages. There's no one here, so no one here to critique me. There's one person. Hello, one person. Hello, HT Edits. How are you? Hello, HT Edits. Welcome to my live stream, the Ask Ukulele Dad live stream. You might be like, what's that all about? So I am a married father of 3 from near Brighton in the UK, and I do a live stream every day. In an attempt to amuse people, I sing ridiculous parody songs about family life, and I'm here to answer any questions. I've also put in the title of this, you sub. That's very kind of you. Thank you very much. Where are you in the world, HT Edits? Hit us with Nothing Else Matters. I'm pretty sure, do you mean Nothing Else Matters as in the Metallica? Nothing else matters. I can't do that. How about I hit you with a parody of If I Were a Boy by Beyonce. Hello, B Turtle. Hello, Benny the Fisherman. Did you catch much today, Benny? Like a bit of fish. Right. If identify as a boy in the world today, must be a total flipping nightmare, not knowing what to do or what to say. Can I still open the door for you or your nan? Is that polite or patronizing for anyone identifying woman? It's still a very discussed topic. I think it is. I don't think good manners ever goes away, irrespective of gender and all that stuff. Thank you, Benny the Fisherman. That's very kind of you. Where are you a fisherman? And if so, did you catch anything today? And do you have any fisherman tips? Can you do beautiful things? I can't. Who plays beautiful things? I can do Catch the Wind. I can do a song about... I can't do beautiful things, but I can do a song about farts. Is that okay? I'm going to take that as a yes. In the quiet moments before I smell your trump, that toxic pump from your stinky rump, at the bus stop and in the queue in Spa. The air all around me Well, it goes dark green and small people scream. My nostrils flare as I try and dodge your wind. At our end of day, pre-bed story time, sitting on my lap, I feel your brap reverberating through your clothes and mine. For me to challenge you now would bring several lies. It's burning my eyes. All I can do is try and dodge your wind. It wasn't the dog, it isn't the dog, 'cause we don't have a dog. Stop blaming imaginary dogs. When you roll over and bowel control you lose. Any excuse like you got squeaky shoes. Your vicious stink could surely turn me blind. For me, standing downwind of a piercing dart of a very stinky fart, I'll go to great lengths to try and dodge your wind. Yeah. Never bring a banana on a boat. Is that bad? That's true. Is that a true? Is that? I mean, I don't know. I'm not a fisherman, so you could have totally made that up, and I would not know. Never bring a banana on a boat. It is bad luck. I like that, but I want to know why. Is there any evidence based on that? Have there been sort of like? Is it like bad luck? You shouldn't accidentally shooting albatrosses and things like that. Is fingerstyle a thing on the UK? It is. Basically you have to. I think fingerstyle on the ukulele is basically you've actually took the time to learn it properly. Unlike me, where basically I just learn C chord, G chord, A minor, and F, and then you can play loads. Why would they make banana boats then? I don't know. I think he means actual like physical. Bananas, the fruit, but it's a good point. But yeah, I'm going to continue to sing ridiculous songs. This song's about my mum's Labrador, and it's a parody of Hound Dog, Elvis's Hound Dog. You're a big bouncy Labrador, stealing socks all the time. You've been known to eat the socks, and they're usually mine. You're a big fan of begging, and you'll always be a friend of mine. They said you could win crofts, but that was just a lie. They said you were a pedigree, but I can't remember why. You seem terrified of rabbits, but a fan of chicken pie. You're a big bouncy Labrador, licking your privates all the time. When I move from the sofa, you steal my place every time. You seem scared of the Hoover, but you're still a friend of mine. When I try and get a suntan, you're always there to lick my face. You think you're being helpful, a real pedigree chum. Well, this would be endearing if you hadn't just licked your bum. That's true. There's nothing worse. Keep singing Unk. I love that. Nice voice. Thank you very much. It's very kind of you. Ask Ukulele Dad. But Jocelyn, basically, just to give you a bit of a description. So I'm a father of three from Brighton in the UK, and I disappear off to my shed every day and play some ukulele songs, parody songs that I've made up that are ridiculous and childish, and as a nearly 50-year-old man I should definitely know better. But I'm more than happy if anyone's got a question they think a 50-year-old father of three is qualified to answer. I'm more than happy to have a go at it. And actually, with that in mind, I've just done a video about, in that it's kind of like Valentine's Day. It's actually the title. If you've got 5 minutes, do me a massive favour and watch the latest video on my YouTube channel, which I think is basically advice what to do with unrequited love. So the 5 things I would have liked to have told myself when I was 25, if I'd met myself at 25, a heartbroken version of myself on Valentine's Day, because I was in love with someone and they weren't in love with me, which happens a lot. I think it's difficult to get to the age of 50, I think, and that not happened. So yeah, if you have 5 minutes to watch that and let me know what you think about it in the comments, that would be enormously helpful. I love being called uncle. It always makes me laugh. I really got to go to bed. I've been doom scrolling a live stream and now it's 3 a.m. You do need to go to bed. This is legit the best stream I found the whole time. That's very kind of you. 97 of them are just people begging for money. I have not got a good feeling about that. I just think that's really rude. I think if you see something that's genuinely valuable or benefits you, then absolutely. But don't ask people for money, because quite often the people asking for money haven't got as much money as the people who are asking for, if you know what I mean. I like this. Benny the Fisherman is updating us. We're all learning something today. If it's the Benny the Fisherman basis, it's bad luck to take a banana onto a boat. I work at Brighton Seafront office, and I'm going to tell them that tomorrow, and they're going to be heartily impressed. It's a fact. It happened in the 700s. They don't do it because banana spiders will be in the boats, and the spiders will bite the crew members. That is generally interesting. I'll tell you, if you want to impress, if you've got a date this Valentine's Day and you're getting a bit nervous, you want to break the ice, chuck in that one. Chuck in why it's bad luck to take bananas on boats. Thank you, Ben and the Fisherman. I loved it, and I'm sub now. Thank you, Vibe Plays. That's very kind of you. Can you play Happy Birthday? I can. It's your birthday today, Jocelyn. Well, happy birthday. Can you say my name, Rowan? Hello, Rowan. Right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. This one is for you, Jocelyn Macdonald. Same second name as me. Happy birthday. It's your birthday today. What's the day today, Jocelyn? It's quite important to get that right. Happy birthday. Is it the foot one? I think it's the 12th. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Have a nice day. Hope you're having a great time. Oh, so you're a Macdonald as well. I'm a Macdonald, which means that my mum's Scottish. I think my dad was half, but there was definitely some Irish in my family. And it means that I have to support Scotland when England plays Scotland, which I think is going to be depressing because I can't. The England rugby team at the moment are pretty terrifying. I can't. I'd love it if Scotland won, but I can't see it. Right, so. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Ben and the Fisherman. You're such a good singer, and that's very kind. But I'm sure there'll be lots of people who may challenge that. But thank you, HT Edits. I'm trying to get better at taking compliments. I'm not good at taking compliments, and I think this is something. I remember who was it who said? I think my daughter actually told me off when someone had given me a compliment, and I kind of like awkwardly batted it off. And she said, "Daddy, that's actually very rude. If someone gives you a compliment, you should just say thank you very much." And she's not wrong. I think she told me that age 3. Thursday the 12th of February. Thank you, Jocelyn McDonald. Hi, Mickey. Right. This is a parody of Jolene by Dolly Parton. And it's basically about if you live with someone who's a bit like me, who's a bit of a clean freak. It's clean, it's clean, it's clean, it's clean. I wish my wife would trust my cleaning skills. It's clean, it's clean, it's clean, it's clean. You've literally just watched me clean that bit. I'm pretty handy with a broom, but my wife will walk from room to room to check the gold star standard is achieved. She's supervising at the door. You could perform open heart surgery on that kitchen floor with her white gloves on to check it's really clean. Her dream man who's got the lot, it's Mr. Sillet Bang, it's Barry Scott. I can clean as well as him, it's clean. I've met your mum, I understand. Toilet roll tied it up with an elastic band. You can really trust me with this stuff, it's clean. It's clean, it's clean, it's clean, it's clean. I wish you would respect my cleaning style. It's clean, it's clean, it's clean, it's clean. I'm sweeter at this cleaning stuff than Tate and Lyle. Yeah, that's about cleaning. I like cleaning, but my wife is never impressed with my cleaning. I actually used to have a job as a cleaner, but weirdly, she doesn't trust me to clean the house, which I think that's odd. But anyway, everyone's got their thing. If she wants to spend her spare money on cleaning the house, that's fine. I don't mind. There'll be other things that will be more of an issue for her to spend all her hard-earned money on. Anyway, 18 people. Can you play Riptide? I can't, but I think it starts with na 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 na. I think that's the chord sequence. I think it's a very easy song because it's like a A minor, C, A minor, G, and C. So yeah, if I just could learn the. Good use of emojis there, Jocelyn. Very impressive. What HJs? What football team do you support? It's a good question. I'll be honest. I only ever used to play I played rugby and did like martial arts and stuff. So I was never really massively into football until I moved to Brighton, and then I played a few five-a-side leagues. So traditionally, because I'm from the Midlands, I support Villa, which actually, up until this season, has always been a massive source of amusement for my son, who is, and I don't know how he is, a Man City fan. I have explained to him that we live about 5 miles from the Amex, so the fact that he's chosen to support Man City screams glory hunter. And what's funny at the moment is actually Man City aren't having as good a season as they normally do, so I'm hoping he'll understand actually. And we drive past the Amex all the time. It's like it's quite a nice stadium, right? So yeah, so I think my first team would be Villa, and my second team would be Brighton. I've been to a few Brighton games. I saw Brighton get promoted. Went to the Millennium Stadium, or is it called the Millennium Stadium now? And I saw Brighton beat Bristol City. Must have been about 2004-05. Leon Knight scored a fantastic penalty. Right. What about Brighton Girl? I can't play that, I'm afraid. But I'm more than happy to do requests. The two things I will do for anyone who subscribes to my channel is I'll happily play you a song on your birthday. All you need to do is let me know when that is, and I'll do that. I'll get it in the diary. And if there are songs you want me to learn, and in fairness, people have asked me a lot of times about playing Riptide. Do you watch UFC? A bit, yeah. I used to do. I haven't done it for a bit. But I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I'm a brown belt, and I've competed a few times. But yeah, UFC is pretty brutal, isn't it? It's actually, but apparently they say it's less dangerous than boxing because I don't know. I think because it quickly go with boxing, the padded gloves actually, if anything, do more harm than good. What rugby team do you support? That's that space guy. My family from my kids ask me this a lot because I always support Scotland in the Six Nations, and they're like, "Why do you support Scotland? We live in England, and you sound English." No, that's a very good point you've got there. I support England when England aren't playing Scotland, but I support Scotland because I think I'm pretty much. My dad was always a big Scotland supporter, and I remember my first experience of watching rugby was probably with him. I remember he used to wake me up. Like I remember like the late. I think there was the Lions tour to Australia. I think 1989, and I think the captain was a Scottish player. I remember my dad waking me up at like 4 a.m. to come and watch it. Obviously, no one else in the house showed any interest in rugby. So I think it's because of that. I think because my dad supported rugby, supported Scotland. Go to the shop. You're going to the shop. Okay. Do your favourite song. All right. You're from Sunderland. How is it in Sunderland? I'm from Hertford. Hello. How's life in Hertford and how's life in... sorry I was late. It's all right, Drags. Drags is probably one of, if not the most... loyal of the people who I don't think he's missed that many, and I've managed to keep up the daily live streams since I think the 27th of December, which I'm quite pleased about because that's like my New Year's resolution. I'm like, right, if you really want to grow your YouTube channel, then you got to commit to it. You know, you got to really commit to it and do it every day. And I have to say, it's had some success. It's had more success. I've had more. The difficult thing seems to be watch time. Watch time is painfully slow. I think I'm about 500 hours off getting monetized. But actually, I quite enjoy doing the live streams. I do like a 15, 20-minute live stream every day. Can you do your favourite song? I will do. You've asked me that. Yeah, and actually, I don't mind doing it every day. It's not hardship, and I've met some nice people. Where are you from? I'm from originally I'm from the Midlands, but I moved down to Brighton in the 90s, and I live on the south coast, about 5 miles east of Brighton. Do you have an ear infection? I'm sorry to hear that. Right. Don't worry about a thing. Well, that's easier than done, Mr. Bob Marley. Or if you have an ear infection, your advice is don't worry about a thing. That's not an easy thing to do in 2026. I woke up this morning, I was concerned about the interest rates. Then 3 small children started demanding their breakfast. And can I have a pancake? Or maybe a bacon sandwich? No, you can have cornflakes, shreddies or toast. That's the midweek menu. I suggest you don't worry about the past or future, because there's really very little you can do about it now. That's true. That's one of my favourite songs, and it's also a good kind of... I spend an insane amount of my life worrying, which is ridiculous. So there you go, Antrack. I hope that answers your question. And thank you for your support. Have you been in... No, I haven't actually, Game of 317. I would like to go... Scandinavia is a part of the world I know very little about, but I would like to go, because certainly when I worked in Australia for a year, and when I did a bit of travelling around Australia, and I did travelling around New Zealand, and I met loads of Scandinavians, loads of Swedish, Norwegians, Danish, and they're all pretty cool people. And also when I've been snowboarding in Italy, you meet a lot of Scandinavians, and they're just like-minded. You said you live south near Brighton. Where is that though? I live in a place called Saltdean. So Saltdean is basically you have to go. Okay, no worries, Space Guy. I hope your ear infection clears up, and thank you for your support. You take care of yourself, mate. Saltdean is about 5 miles east of Brighton. So I literally bike to work. I work in the seafront office. I manage the weddings of the bandstand, which is quite an interesting job. Right. Let's continue. Let's continue playing the songs. I'm so badly organised. I really should get I need to get. You're pretty cool. That's kind, mate. Thank you, Fish. Brighton. Oh, you must be some other nation. You play good music. Thank you, Shane. That's very kind of you, and thank you for your support. I need to stop. Right. Okay. There we go. Here is a parody of Blink 182, All the Small Things, and it's basically about toddlers that won't go to sleep and want more milk. Toddlers that don't sleep is enough to make you weep. No more, I said, 'cause you will wet the bed. Always, I know I won't get to watch my TV show. They will keep you waiting. It's incredibly frustrating. No, it's a milk embargo. Yes, that includes all drinks. My milky, 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 milk, milk. My milky, 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 milk, milk, milk. My milky, 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 milk, milk. My milky milk. You can't have any more milk. Hello, Clarissa. How are you? Hello from the Philippines. I always like to have a selection. Sort of, we've got someone from Norway, we've got someone from the Philippines, we've got some Brits. Usually there's some Americans in here. Although I imagine it's probably, depending on where you are in America, it's actually pretty good music. Thank you, Fish. I'm still very much learning. It's very much it's a work in progress, but I enjoy it. You're German. Hello, Antrax. So yeah, we've got a good sort of international spread. Right. This is a parody of Let It Be by the Beatles, and it's about I'm from Brighton in the UK, And it's about basically dads surviving childcare. Just survive 3 whole hours of childcare, catering to their every need. One word was said constantly, Daddy. When various fluids had finally been mopped up at number 2 from number 3. Netflix and Disney, can you save me? Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. I hope my wife's bus isn't late again. Rescue me. Yeah, childcare is brutal. Why not try the banjo? I'll be completely honest. I think the reason I've tried I do the ukulele is because it's easy and I'm a bit lazy. I tried the guitar and that's quite hard. And if you've got fat fingers like me, it just sounds great. That's really kind, Clarissa. Thank you. I don't know. I think that for me is the struggle with the guitar because it's quite difficult. I think unless you really, really want to do it, you might give up. And I found certainly the thing I liked about the ukulele is within about a couple of weeks I could play enough chords. Damn, you got thank you, Shane. Where are you from? Ivana. Brighton in the UK. I think within about a couple of weeks I thought, well, I can play 2 or 3 chords. You can start playing some songs, and that's quite nice. And I think that success kind of continues a bit. Right. Here is a parody of 500 Miles by the Proclaimers. And it's about still parenting. Is that Scotland or England? That's England. When you're a parent, well, you know there's gonna be an endless list of jobs to do. You'll try washing with soap or bleach or lava, but your hands will often smell of someone's poo. And when I've done 500 jobs, it just gets replaced with 500 more. I wanna be a man who gets to sleep in his own bed, not someone else's floor. I'm exhausted, but apparently not as tired as my wife. I'm exhausted, but I wouldn't change a thing about my life. That's true. Oh, I've been to London. Can you play? Did you like London? You're from Australia. Hi, Fish. I loved Australia. Where are you in Australia? Yeah, London's interesting. London's probably not really like anywhere else in the country. I loved Australia. I spent a year. If it's a struggle for you, my boyfriend. Yeah, it is. Is that and I'll walk 500 miles? I love that one. It is. It's the song that you always, if you ever go and watch a game of rugby in Scotland, they'll always play it back. They'll always sing about 700 times. I worked in a school that's very, very close to where the Scotland captain, Sione Tipolotu, who I think is from Frankston near Melbourne. I worked in a school. I did a gap year in a school called Mount Eliza, which is basically about half an hour train journey from Melbourne, and I loved it. I had probably one of the best years of my life in Australia. Played rugby for Melbourne University, which was brilliant, and learned to surf, and just had a wicked time. Australians are definitely one of the countries that I'm like, they've got the right idea about life. Right, anyway, here is a parody of Beyonce's If I Were a Boy, and it's about being James Bond. If you're a woke James Bond, being James Bond in the world today would be a total flipping nightmare, not knowing what to do or what to say. Should the final scene be an exciting slugfest, or should James give the villain a cuddle before calmly suggesting a citizen's arrest? That would certainly be a more woke version. And there was Sean Connery plucking Hilton. All right, Sean Connery, I have to say, and it's a very conflicting discussion, but I think Sean Connery was the best James Bond. Yes, Miss Moneypenny. You can't beat James Bond. But then I quite like Daniel Craig, actually. I think Daniel Craig and Sean Connery are probably equal first. Right, continue with the songs. I'm sorry you're not well, Fish. That's not good. Why? You're not. I'm sorry. 2:45, mate. I would not blame you if you were like, you've got to go and have some sleep. You're tired. Thank you, George. I appreciate it. Right, here is a parody of Bop by Hanson, and it's a very childish story about when probably about 20 years ago, I went to the loo in a motorway service station. Lots of my memories make me laugh, but none as much as this. I stopped at a motorway services for a coffee and a whiz. All the urinals were full, so I went to sit down. The guy in the next cubicle was making funny sounds. He was going plop, 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 sounding painful, plop, 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 He was really struggling, plop, 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 He said it wasn't funny, plop, 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 It really was. I still can't tell you about it without laughing. It was very funny. Do you know how to play Home by Edward Sharp? I don't, I'm afraid, mate. When I went to guitar class, I went with my cousin, and she said she plays the hand drum, but I play the guitar because I wanted to play the guitar since you were a kid. Well, keep doing it. But I think the reason, if you can, the days I've done live streams and there's no one here, and I'm like, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. This a 50-year-old man playing ukulele songs in his shed screams midlife crisis. But I'm like, yeah, but in fairness, because I do it every day, I probably am getting a little bit better at the ukulele. If you can imagine that. But yeah, and you do it every day. You play the drums, HT edits. Right, I hope you're getting on well with that. Drums are pretty awesome. You can't have a good band without a good drummer. Right, this is a parody of You in Your Shed. I am freezing because it's February in the UK, and I haven't got. Can you see the wall of ukuleles? You can. That's a book I wrote called First Time Dad. That if you know anyone who's about to become a parent, and they want to buy a book about basically my experience of becoming a dad, you can buy it on Amazon, but please don't feel any pressure to do that. So yeah, I'm in my shed. So basically I have to keep this door open, and I have to keep the house door open and the window so that I can get sort of the Wi-Fi. Right, this is I'm probably only going to do a few more because I am quite cold, and the dog, I don't know what the dog's doing. She's in the garden kind of pacing around looking strange, so I need to go and check she's all right. Right, Circle of Life, and it's about about generations and which generation has it hardest at the moment. If you were born pre-1980, then my friend, you're a Gen X. Did your mum have a perm? Did your dad drive a Capri? Did you really love your BMX? Boomers are concerned for their pension, but most of them own where they live. But like Gen Y and Z, I'm sure they'll agree, there's a cohort they're glad not to be, who are in the U-bend of life, where it's an uphill struggle, defending your lifestyle choices while you search for your kid's shoes, hoping that one day you will finally get flushed out of the U-bend, the U-bend of life. Yeah, I'm nearly 50, so I'm definitely Gen X. And the whole concept of the U-bend of life is that at the beginning of your life, it's supposed to be easier. And then the middle of your life when you're still looking after young children and maybe worrying about elderly parents and working. Life's hectic, and I can confirm it is hectic. You should learn Master of the Puppets on ukulele. I'll check it out. I honestly don't mind the cold. It's just the heat I don't like. I like it. Yeah, I remember being actually. I was in Australia. I travelled from Melbourne up to Cairns, and I've never experienced like. I think went to Airlie Beach, and I've never experienced like the humidity. You'd just have to go and have a shower, and you'd be instantly like drenched in sweat within about 2 minutes. It was interesting. Hello, Shark Lover and Isabel, two very supportive, regular people who come and check out the live stream. Hope you both well. Right, there are a couple of songs I always like to play because one of the major points of my live stream is to kind of like, hi Sophie, hi Emma, Harris. I'm all right, thank you. I'm not bad. I'm getting a bit chilly. I need to work out. I probably need to invest in Wi-Fi in the. Just a quick hi, Shark Lover. Invest in Wi-Fi so I can close the door to the shed. That'd probably be quite sensible. Yeah, I've been open. I've openly talked about my mental health and how I've struggled with it. And one of the reasons I set up the channel in the first place, as well as giving my active brain something more helpful to think about than intrusive thoughts, was to hopefully kind of raise if anyone else is having a tough time out there, to kind of, just say you're not on your own. Right, with that in mind, this is a parody of Lean On Me. Sometimes life can be poo, like a big bag of poo. Someone has covered in poo, but there is a very silly man with limited ukulele skills. Was on a mission to make you smile. Lean on me, you're having a wobble, cause I am a man who's often quite wobbly, and we can wobble together, safe in the knowledge that it's not just you and me. It's true. You're cool, Dad. Thank you, Navy Aviation. That's very kind of you. Bye, Shot Lover. I hope you're okay. Fish, what made you interested in live streaming? Just curious. I've been doing. That's a good question. Thank you, Fish. I've been trying to develop this YouTube channel since 2018. I was doing all right. I had a different channel, and then it got hacked last year, and I literally lost I think I was about 200 hours off being monetized, and I had 6,500 subscribers, and some very mean person hacked my Gmail account and locked me out of my Gmail account for about 12 hours. And then when I got back in, YouTube would remove my channel because I don't know what they were doing. I dread to think what they were doing. So that was pretty depressing. So I had to start again last October. And live, I kind of thought, posting, even doing like shorts every day and posting like 1 or 2 videos, longer form videos it's just slow. And I thought, well, give a live stream a go. Maybe it'll work. And I have to say, if I look back at I started December and I've done it every day. It is a more effective way of developing, because I think you generally get to know people as well as you can online. But for example, there are a number of people like Drags and Isabel and Shark Lover who, bless them, they turn up pretty much. Do Metal Scream. I don't know what Metal Scream is. They turn up a lot, and I really appreciate it. Do you know the YouTube channel's name? Yeah, it was Dad Mind Matters. It was at Dad Mind Matters, like the @ sign, not AT. And yeah, it was. I don't know what it was. It was quite gutting. My wife kind of advised the kids, just be nice around Daddy for the next week or so. He's a bit sad. But actually, in a way, the whole kind of like things happen for a reason. Emo cover on UK. Hi Shale. This is probably better. This is more consistent. I was a bit of a. I think I was a bit impatient. Like I did a bit of jiu-jitsu, I did a bit of talk about mental health, I did a bit about parenting. You need to stick in a lane. That's what that's kind of where, and I like trying to amuse people. I like singing ukulele songs, and I feel like I'm learning a skill. I'm learning how to play an instrument. you can hack people with Gmail. I think the problem, what happened is, I think it was my fault. I basically answered a phishing email. I had an email from someone saying, oh, we really like what you're doing. Would you be interested in doing some work to promote one of our products? Stupidly, I kind of believed them. And I obviously clicked on something that I shouldn't have done. And then I couldn't get into my account. And it was the Gmail account that was linked to that YouTube channel. So they went in, so yeah, it was not good. It's because you always make me smile. Oh, bless you, that's really kind. And even on bad days, you always make it. Well, do you know what, Isabel? That basically is worth doing it. Because I sometimes have really bad days. Sometimes my OCD and intrusive thoughts are quite debilitating, to the point where I just want to hide under the bed. But doing this is like, we got to turn up. If you really want to do this, like if you really want to, and it's, don't get me wrong, if and when I ever get the channel ever gets monetized, I'm sure it'll be exciting. But actually, the stuff that's really exciting is when you get like I do get them every now and again. You get a message, you go, I've been having a really tough time, and your ridiculous songs made me laugh. That's the stuff. That's the point. You know, if I can help someone out there who's having a crap time, and lots of people are having a crap time at the moment, whether it's money or whether it's just general chaos of life, then that's much more valuable. How long have you been playing ukulele? Dayla, hello Lily. I've been playing the ukulele, I'd say probably 20. I think I started in the first lockdown. When was that? So that's like 2020, or was it 2019? Whenever the first lockdown was, I think it was March 2020. And one of the reasons I did that is I thought, I know that I couldn't go to work. I know being in my house was going to spin me out, and my mental health would not be great, and my mind would be going all over the place, and I'd need something positive to do, give it something to do. And I started doing that and playing silly songs and making songs up, and it gave my mind something to do. I confirm that you're very cool and entertaining. That's really kind of you, mate. So yeah, good job. But honestly, I don't think I could do any music. Music might not be your thing, but I've certainly found, out of all the things, if you've got a mental illness, and if you've got, and I feel it is, everyone in life has stuff, and whether it's stress, whether it is depression or ADHD or OCD, everyone's got a thing or elements of a thing. And I think it doesn't matter what you do. Like for me, I know that if I'm feeling really anxious, cold water. Like I'm lucky enough to live by the sea. Every time I work 3 or 4 days a week, I get in the sea. It is freezing at the moment. It's like 8 degrees. But oh my goodness, I feel so calm afterwards. Like, it's just the best thing for you. I'm sorry to hear that, PH, Trickler. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I think there's lots going on in the world that is scary, and I think you need to find something that can center you. And this is all. I quite like doing this. It's not a chore. Doing the live streams actually has turned into something I quite enjoy doing every day. So that's a good thing. Thanks, Style. Appreciate it. Let's play another song. This is an incredibly short song. It's a parody of Oasis, Whatever. It's about parenting and basically how even though I pay for the food, I never get to eat any of it. I'm free to eat whatever I want. Once the packed lunches are done, as long as I don't mind eating the crab crisps. I'm also free for 7 minutes a day. Once the kids are asleep and before I go to sleep myself. I'd say that's accurate. I would say. When a number of times I go into the fridge to think, oh, I'll treat myself, and it's all like, leave this, it's for the packed lunches, or not for you. And I'm like, hang on a minute, I'm pretty sure I paid for this. But it doesn't work like that. That's not how parenting life works. Anyway, that is enough for one day. Hello, Ashley. Thank you so much for everyone who joined today. Genuinely appreciate it. Today was one of the better live streams I've had, and that's all down to you, lovely people. So please never underestimate how massive like a like or saying something nice can be to someone's live stream. You don't know what sort of day they're having. They might be having the most horrific day possible, and you just saying, keep doing what you're doing, mate, or good luck, or well done. It might be, you don't know. That might be you saying that might literally be the light at the end of the tunnel. Dayla, they're not expensive. You can probably buy one on Amazon for about 30 quid. You are getting popular. I don't know about that. What's actually I'm really pleased about drags is that actually my driving force of what I want to get out of this YouTube channel has changed and has become much more popular. I'm a lot less obsessed about views and subscribers, and I've actually I'm much more interested in the comments and kind of building up connections with people and getting people's opinions and having conversations in the comments section. That's really much important. It's also much more sustainable, because that's something that can you shout out my name? No. Would you consider changing your screen name to the Ukulele Daddy? No, I don't think I would. Yeah, and that's sustainable, because actually friendships online, even if they're online, you're more likely to keep doing something if you're like, I'm going to turn up and say hello to so-and-so. You'll do that every day, because that's an element of social. And it's, to the extent, if I know there are people who get something from this, that's more of a reason. I think they probably are fish, but that's a quality problem. That's when things are getting probably in the right direction. Anyway, on that note, thanks for joining me. I hope you are okay. Take care. Bye.